Welcome to Thursday night with Pineapple. It's been a few weeks since we've been live. We on this is the New Year's Day special edition. We bringing in the new year with some amazing things, and we have an amazing guest on this live tonight. We are part of the collard green.
Squad,
We the collard
college squad,
squad.
get into it.
You know what I'm saying? Like we doing something a little different. Let me
Yes.
see. Let me push this back a
All
little
right.
bit. Let me see. You gotta know we got the collard greens,
We got your shirt. We got my shirt, the official 2026 for the love of green.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a little bit of brief about my background. My name is Terrence Ramses. I am the CIO of Royal Blossom Company, also the co-host of Royal Blossom Podcast, known as Thursday Night with Pineapple. I'm originally from New Jersey with a West Indian background of U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. I graduated in 2012 with a business administration degree from Bethune-Cookman University, concentration in marketing.
Hmm.
Um, I've stayed in Daytona Beach a few years after that, and then I transitioned to Tampa in 2017.
Hmm.
I founded my brand in 2018. Been working on it since 2015. Came to me in a dream back in late 2015, beginning of 2016. I wanted to do something a little bit different as far as the fashion industry, something that was gonna be sustainable, something that was going to be long term, something that wasn't going to die off. The pineapple came to me just like that, the red pineapple specifically, and I just started doing research on it, started doing a little bit of background on it, and I was excited about it. And it took me about 6 months to design it with pen and paper, and then a graphic design as well. And then here we are today. GQ featured, fashion. Been to a few fashion weeks. Got um, fashion week in London. Hopefully in this September coming.
Okay.
We're working on that. We had got pushed back with that fashion week because of the pandemic. It was supposed to we paid a deposit a couple years back, but it just got delayed. Things happened with the COVID when we was trying to go to France, and we just had to just repivot that situation and then repivot on the
Okay.
internal levels, like
Hmm.
better partners and more people that's going to be more involved. And we doing that, be doing some good things for the community, mentor, to support a lot of different events. Um, the mission of the brand is to restore, build, and create, to restore all the wealth and resources that have been lost in our communities,
Hmm.
to build up the youth and children that are coming behind us, to create a unique commonwealth of like minded entrepreneurs, to put them back in their God given purpose and talents. And our brand values is to be fun, spirited, and passionate about everything you do in God.
Okay.
So we got a few different things coming up. We got a few different events coming up. Collard Green Festival is one of them. We have some pre-orders for some of our joggers. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them jogger sets up.
Okay.
Let me go to my QR code. So we got the We Are One Unity job. We're gonna start off with that one. That one's pre-order for $114.99. You go ahead and scan that pre QR code. You also get I believe it's 20% off your first order. It's also 10% off on the website as well if you want to be a first time customer. This is a good job. We just had an amazing photo shoot last month at the Cigar Factory. Shout out to La Farona Cigars. We had a great time over there with the ladies over there. This is Latoya. She had she's from Jamaica. She actually did this one as well. I ain't have all the time to put all the pictures up, but y'all go to the website, y'all be able to see the pictures on my page, and you'll be able to see the pictures on Instagram as well. Here is the creative day, our gray jogger too. So there's gonna be that jogger. That jogger is gonna be a little bit of a few modifications, but that's gonna be out there too. Hopefully we'll have that one at the Collard Green Festival. That way you'll be able to make your purchase. And then we have the Nightfall or the Latin Night. This one is from one of our other phenomenal models, Spanish Bunny. Did a good thing. Get a little light night under the stars. Nice, light navy jogger. So it's like 3 seasons. You can wear it in fall, of course, a little bit of the winter, spring, and summer. If you're doing a little bit traveling through the airlines, I know it'll be a little bit chilly or whatever. So you'll be able to do this. You can work out. You can use it as casual dating. You can do a few different things with it. So it's like a jogger that you put up, hanging up. You don't just throw it on the hamper.
Okay.
That's
gotta put some respect on that jogger.
Yeah, put some respect on that jogger a little bit. And we got some hats too, some dad hats too. So you can go ahead and scan this QR code right here to take you right over to the dad hats as well. You'll be able to do that. We also got the We Are One jacket. That one is $74.99, but also you got the promotion on that. So it should be like $64. It's on clearance sale now. It's one of our items that we got in last year. It's detail oriented. It's nice, comfortable. Got a nice embroidery on it, got a nice feel to it, so it'll keep you warm in all 4 seasons. Of course, we're not recommending you wearing it like in 10-degree weather because it's so cold, depending on which region it is, but it'll get the job done too as well. So if you want to know more about the brand and what we are and what we represent, so you can go to our website. It's the Royal Blossom Company. Let me find my QR code myself. You scan this code right here. It'll take you right to the website, www.royalblossomcommunity.co, or you can scan this code right here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Royal Blossom Podcast on Instagram, on YouTube, Royal Blossom Company, or Royal Blossom 2018. You'll be able to find us there. And we'll just go from there. So you'll be able to get some things, same day shipping, pre-orders, everything will be ready at the end of the month once all the orders and things get submitted. So I'm excited for 2026. I'm excited about this. So collard greens. So let me tell you about this lady right next to me. She has done a lot of phenomenal things in the community over the years. I've had the pleasure of meeting her outside of the Collard Green Festival and at the Collard Green Festival specifically. I've watched her grow and I've watched her do so many things on the nonprofit. And come to find out, she taught me something new about herself today. She told me that she's also a writer and an author. And we're going to get into the nuts and bolts about everything. So she has been doing phenomenal work, and she's been consistent over the last few years. I would like to introduce you to the one, the only, the legend herself.
Well, all right.
The legend of the collard greens. I'm part of the collard squad.
Collard squad, baby.
The collard squad. I'm here. I'm here to support. This is what the RBC Nation do. We support other businesses and everything that they do. So I'd like to introduce Miss Samantha Harris. How are you doing today?
On this first great day of 2026?
First great day. The first day. we get started the first day.
Right.
She said, I asked her, what day she want to come on. She said, let's come on New Year's.
Yeah.
I'm like, New Year's?
Why not?
You serious? Why not? Hey, why not? We busy on New Year's. Let's get it popping. Yeah.
Well, I'm all right though. Listen, a lot of moving parts here. Let me just thank you for your consistent support at the Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival. How many years has it been? I want to say 4.
About 4 or 5.
I want to say about 4 years. Yeah.
4 years.
So shout out to you and all of our very consistent vendors, volunteers, the team, from top to bottom. I mean, there is no festival. We say it all the time in our emails. There's no festival without you. So thank you.
No problem. I had to come up there. I was under the bridge a few times. We had to go under the bridge. I had to suffer for a little while.
Lord.
I had to suffer, but it's okay. We still made some money, but we still made good money, but we just suffered under the bridge.
You gotta come from under the bridge.
I had come from under the bridge. You had to work up. Last year
you do.
when she called me, I said, "Man, I'll be there." I said, "Look, I can't do the bridge again. We don't upgrade. I got more stuff."
What's so funny though, folks? Some folks love it under the bridge.
Yeah, some people,
they're like, "Listen, can I have my spot under the bridge or somewhere under the bridge?" Absolutely, because that's a tough spot.
It depends on what you're selling too. If you're selling like food and beverage and stuff like that, you got drinks. That's the perfect place because of the sun. Like if I'm a little different. I got to be seen.
That's true.
I got a new tent.
You got it. Yes.
So when you see this tent, you're like, oh, he over there.
That's him.
Okay. It's nice and bright. Got multiple colors in there.
Can't wait to check you out.
Please, I cannot wait.
You will not be under the bridge, friend.
Because that, I don't complain, but I said, is there any way y'all could just get on one of the premium spots? She was like,
well, there's a way. There's a way.
Yeah, she's like, I got you this time. You've been under the bridge this many times. I got you.
We got you.
So yeah, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to do the Collard Green Festival. How did you come up with the concept of the Collard Green Festival?
All right. So there's a whole story behind that. But before we get into it, a little bit about myself. Born and raised St. Pete. This area right here where we're in right now. Okay. Love it here. Let's see. I have a background in accounting. I have a background in business administration, but I wanted to say benefits, period. So you got your HR, you got your insurances, you got payroll, stuff like that. That's what my background is. Let's see. I'm a writer. I knew I was a writer ever since the 3rd grade. We'll talk about it. Then writing. Writing is just one of those things that the teacher would say, hey, write something. And I'd be the first one done. Not because I was racing, but because I enjoyed it so much. I'm a writer. I'm a mom of 3. I call them kids, but 25, Andrew, 23, Avalon, and my baby, 17. Marie should be graduating high school this year. Because now we can finally say this year. It's 2026, right?
2026.
So many great things come from a family of 5. I'm a middle child. Stayed in trouble, okay? Stayed in trouble. Always had to find something to do. A funny story, as a kid, I would play a game Saturday mornings called Restaurant. Restaurant, yeah.
A game called Restaurant.
A game called Restaurant.
So you we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Okay. I hear you. So tell us about Restaurant. What do you do when you're doing Restaurant?
So what we do is, I'm a kid, so I'm probably like 9, 10 years old, and I've always loved the kitchen. Like I would be up under my mama watching her, figuring out how she would put these dishes together from scratch. My mama, shout out to my mama. Many of y'all know her as Miss Evelyn. My mama just turned 74. She's a blessing. But yeah, so we would be hungry Saturday, and Sunday mornings. We'd be very hungry, and I would just take a survey of what's in the kitchen. Cabinets, refrigerator, freezer. Then I'd go make a menu. And then I would invite my siblings what would y'all want for breakfast? And that was Restaurant. That was a restaurant game. So I love cooking. It's a passion, cooking and writing. Those 2 are my passions in life. But anyways, about this Collard Green Festival. Now, this will take a minute. All right.
I'm listening.
Okay.
We're listening.
It'll take a minute. The shortest version that I could give you is I joined a church here in St. Petersburg, Florida in 2011. Became church secretary and linked up with who is now my co-founder partner, Boyzel Hosey. He was working in the media department. He was raising kids up at the church to run the media equipment during services. And I was church secretary, also in ministry at the time. And he wanted to start the Bethel Media Institute. So that's the institute for raising up the kids using the audiovisual equipment.
Okay.
And so he was like, I'll teach them how to run it. You just give them a lesson on stewardship, those biblical leadership from a biblical perspective.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So the kids are already before church on Sundays, kids are already selling boiled peanuts in the church foyer, coffee cakes. It's like we run a little store because they're raising funds, and it was a hit, right? So our pastor, the great Bishop Manuel Sykes, shout out to you. He approached Boiselle and was like, listen, we need these kids to make it to the church convention next year. You know, I need some kids to come. Let's start with these kids. And at the same time, Boiselle's wife, Andrita, the fabulous Andrita Hosey, she had purchased an Instapot from the Home Shopping Network. And Hosey was like, hey, Sam, you got to try these collard greens that I put in an Instapot and forgot to put water in them. I said, well, first of all, no, that's a no. Because all my life, we talked about this earlier. Listen, greens take 2.5 business days on the stove, right? You gotta cook the meat for 10 hours and gotta turn around and put the greens in it. What are you talking about? Collard greens in an Instapot? Like, who's gonna eat those? So family invited me over. And if you have not had them, from that day forward, I cook my greens in an Instapot. They are so delicious. You have our greens at the festival, right?
I believe I have.
You see, there's nothing but 10 pressure cookers right there. That's how we cook them. We don't got time. We don't have time. I have perfected my recipe to 18 minutes on the meat, 18 minutes on the greens. Period. Best greens I've ever had. Anywho, so we go to Sykes and we're like, hey, I call him Sykes, lovingly call him Sykes. Sykes, so do you mind if we sell these greens? And the draw with the greens is two things. And we touched on it again before the show, just about how in our community in particular, the way that we can prepare the foods that we love is actually causing more detriment to our long-term health, you know, especially it's not only that, but it's also not getting outside and getting the exercise that we need. So anyways, so our greens either had no meat or they had smoked turkey wings. Okay. So that was the draw with the collard greens. Predominantly Black African American church. Pastor says yes, as long as he gets his bowl every Sunday. We got you. And it was a success. This was back in 2017.
Okay.
15, 17. And it was a success. It was such a success that these kids were able to fly Southwest from here to Columbus, Ohio, attend the church convention. They added a third day to where they went to, I think there's a park called Cedar Point. I didn't go, I had to work. I was still working at the time. So they were able to attend the amusement park. I believe it included breakfast and lunch. And each kid could attend for like $100. That was the skin in the game for the parents. And I had 2 kids on that trip. So kids had a blast. We come back, they were able to raise this money. They had a fantastic time, and we're still cooking greens at the church. Still cooking them. Folks are still lining up, taking the greens home Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. So one day, Jose and I are sitting down. We sit down and we're like, wow, we really didn't anticipate this, you know? But this is great because, again, a predominantly Black African American church, eating the food, one of the foods that we love so much in a way that's now more meaningful. So we're literally sitting down like this and we're like, so what can we do to get this outside of the church walls? So the first plan was to vend at the MLK parade because, you know, that's a big to do here.
Yep.
But logistically, we couldn't figure out who was going to do what. So that didn't work. Okay. So you're familiar with Strawberry Festival?
Yes.
Rib Fest. What else is there around here? Oh, now there's so many more now. There's so many more food festivals now, but
it's a lot of
right. So we Googled Collard Green Festival. And we were surprised to see that there were 2 in particular. Well, 3. Big Mama's. I think that event is in Sarasota. They had already been going on. There was a Collard Green Fest in Jacksonville. And then there was and I have to say it this way, because that's what it's called. Okay. It's called the Collard Cultural Fest, is what it's called. We named ours the Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival, but it is a collard green fundraiser event for a Black school. We go to see it. Because we get really serious about this. We're like, we think we can do it. We just want to see what it might look like. And we took away some elements. We liked that they had a collard green cook-off contest. We liked that they had vendors at the time. And we just like the feel of it. So in 2017, we got our paperwork in order. And in 2018, I think you have one of our very first flyers. 2018, we had the very first. That's the one for this year. But
Hold on.
yeah,
Let me go to that
yeah.
one.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's our very first flyer. Join us for the 2028 Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival. Our partner from the very beginning, Dr. Carter G. Woodson African American Museum, and our very first celebrity chef, who was also he's a schoolmate of mine, and he's also from St. Pete, and a James Beard Award winner. Because that's the tie-ins. It's one thing for us. It was always educational based, and meaning that no, you're not just going to eat collard greens when you come here. You're going to learn about food source. You're going to learn about community gardens. You're going to learn about better ways to prepare the foods that we love to eat, healthier ways. And then you're going to learn about the benefits of getting outside and exercising. But the celebrity chefs who we bring in, they're actually very accomplished. They are James Beard Award winners, just like the Oscars in the food industry. And he comes to St. Pete all the time. His parents are church members. So he came and he was part of that first experience. And I gotta tell you something, I was surprised anybody showed up.
You were surprised.
Yeah, I was surprised anybody. It's. I was just surprised. I was just surprised, and I think that year, 1,000 people showed up, and we were just on that one strip off 9th Avenue where you were, just going down the other way. We were inside the museum, and we were behind the museum, and in that green space, and that's how we started. So
yeah, you notice how she
where you was?
Yeah, she pointed out.
He wasn't under the bridge no more.
I wasn't under the bridge. She had to throw that in there. You know,
you made it from under the bridge.
Remember, under 9th Avenue where you was.
Yeah, where you was, 9th Avenue, baby.
Yeah. Okay, so all of the events have been on the Deuces.
Yes. Yeah, all of the festivals.
All of them.
Yeah. Oh, and that was so intentional. Oh, thank you for saying that. Do you so you understand the historical significance of the Deuces?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, this event has always taken place in during Black History Month. That was important.
Black History Month.
On the Deuces in St. Petersburg, which back in the, if I'm not mistaken, the 40s, 30s, and the 40s, blacks were only able to go there to entertain themselves, especially folks who came in out of town, Louis Armstrongs, your folks of that era. They could only come to the Deuces to find rest because other areas were not accessible, at the time. So that's intentional. And even though we've grown past 9th Avenue to you make a right on left on 22nd Street and go under the bridge and across the street. Although we have grown significantly, we are challenged every year after year because it grows. There's comments like, well, you've outgrown the space. And we don't think so. We really wanna kind of infiltrate the whole neighborhood before we consider moving this event. But it attracts a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, it does attract a lot of people from different. It's funny. It attracts a lot of people from the whole Tampa Bay area because they come down, they come to your event, and then they come with another event called Localtopia.
Mm-hmm. It's usually on another day though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay. So if you let's say if you did decide to expand or anything like that, what would you think you would need to expand to?
Staying in the neighborhood. Expansion just means start going down the different avenues, moving the festival down the street.
Just start shutting the streets down.
Yes, exactly.
We're just shutting the street down. We're not moving.
What we're doing.
This is our expansion.
But just one day. This is what we're doing. And what we found a couple things. First of all, with the different types of people who come and attend this event, like you got every color you can think of, gay, straight, young, old, whatever you can think of. Everybody, but they started bringing their pets. Okay, that's fine. Okay, all right, bring your pets. That's fine. So yeah, I'm sorry. I was talking about what
it's okay. I get it. Yep. Yep.
I totally lost my train of thought. We find that everybody has a collard green story. So whether you grew up on them, my collard green story as a kid was, sorry, Mom. one time. I saw her do this one time, and I just never forgot it. My mom would put the greens in the washing machine to wash them. Because back then, we didn't have the bag shredded greens. We had the ones that grew from the ground that had all the dirt. And one year she put them in a washing machine, and I was just like, that's interesting. But you know, folks wash their greens with Dawn. You know, yeah.
We gotta put hands on that.
I'm telling you, like I've heard so many, and I was surprised to learn that I wasn't the only one with the washing machine collard green story. Hey, and I'm here today. It gives you care. It builds your character. It gives you what you need.
Annoying. You need to put your hands on people.
It gives you what you need to be strong.
I mean, they need to be prayed for.
Well, you know,
they had water holes.
I just thought it was
garden holes. They had sprinklers.
You put your clothes in there.
You had a lot of stuff options for them.
You put your clothes in the washing machine.
More
I'm
options.
my mom a little bit. It was just water. It was just water. You put them in there, get a little dirt off. Shake them off.
They have more options.
The more I talk about it right now, the more logical. I mean, I'm not gonna do it. My greens, I just use the shredded greens from the store because the Instapot cooked the stems down so good that you can't even, you know.
Okay.
But the other part. Thank you. The other thing that we've learned is folks who don't like collard greens, once they try ours, they end up liking them. So it's in the food preparation. Maybe it wasn't prepared right. Maybe you had the canned glory greens and you thought that that's what it was supposed to taste like.
And whoever's cooking it.
That too.
And the machine wash greens. Whirlpool greens. Speed Queen greens, y'all giving people.
Listen, sorry, Mom.
I'm just trying to
figure out. She did it one time, and I was just intrigued. I was like, oh, that's different.
Them collard greens must have been chopped up in that
Like I said, you see me today.
It's just
I'm strong with a K.
It's just. Mm-hmm. It's just no way those collard greens came out of that wash. Audience, them collard greens.
She didn't put no Tide in it. Come on, y'all. She just knocked the dirt off. No. She just knocked the dirt off.
I didn't say nothing about no detergent. I didn't say nothing about that. Those collard greens was not intact.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
They wasn't intact. It's okay. We're gonna be honest on this podcast. We're gonna be honest. We let your hair down.
All right.
So those collard greens was probably chopped up because of the spin cycle.
They came out.
They was not intact.
They didn't come out in pieces.
There wasn't any no pieces.
No, all she did was take them off the stem. Okay, so you got the collard green leaf, right? And you pull it off. So she pulled them off, put them in there, and they came out as leaves. Okay. I don't know what you want. I don't know how he said. I probably shouldn't have shared that story, but and that's the thing. Everybody has a collard green story. Whether you like them, you don't like cutting them, your different ways of cleaning them, stuff like that. Everybody has a story. What's your story? You remember?
I don't have a collard green story. I really don't.
Okay.
Well, actually, I guess I could tell you my collard green story. So, back in the day, everybody used to eat a lot of collard greens from Big Mama's house, and she used to season it and put all types of meats in there.
Okay.
And me specifically, it was hard for me to eat collard greens and cabbage specifically. Over the years, I really stayed away from it unless it's from like West Indian dishes because they don't put that stuff in there. So mom used to put all that, the neck bone and the oxtail, or she used to put brisket or pork in there. In the South, they put bacon.
Yeah, they do.
I don't understand that phenomenon, how they came up with that concept, but I'm not gonna go there. So how it affected me is I just stopped eating it because it was just giving me gas. I smelled bad. It just didn't. I just felt like my whole system was out of whack.
Yeah,
so
it was permeating. It was taking over.
Blood pressure was high, and because black folk, we just keep on going with the seasoning, and
Mm-hmm.
then the meat is already seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got another thing is when my chef, shout out to Kosi, when she was out here, she used to make me collard greens and cabbage. So I said, man, I don't want no. I said, listen, I don't want no, cause she don't make this. She's like, but it just had the neck bones. I'm traumatized. I'm like, I'm sorry,
Okay.
I'm
I can hear it.
traumatized
I can
from
hear
that.
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then she brought it to me. I ate it. But believe it or not, it tastes just like that without all the weird feeling it. It tastes just like that. At base, I said, I tore them greens out. I was starting to
Oh,
cherish them. I started requesting them more, and
okay.
you
Look at
know,
you, collard green story.
collard
I'm
green
telling you,
story.
everybody got one, whether you like it or you don't.
I like. I mean, collard greens was never bad. They're not. They're a great vegetable.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think the black community just overdo it with the collard greens and cabbage. You just overdo it.
Yeah.
You put too much stuff in there.
Yeah. And then you do it week after week or holiday after holiday, or and it's just not good for you.
Yeah, you just put the meat. It'd be more meat than collard greens.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as you scoop it, that's all you see is meat and a couple of pieces of shred
Mm-hmm.
on the meat. I'm like, this is not
This
collard
this is
greens.
not collard
This
greens.
is not.
This is something else.
This is a meat mix. You know,
Glee.
but that's my collard green story.
Okay.
So over the years, how did you expand this, and how did you get Publix to sponsor this?
Ooh, so over the years, we started with a basic. Let me start with our mission statement, because I want to share that with our audience tonight. I forgot what it was, but where we have landed is that the Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival champions health equity, combats the heart disease epidemic, and celebrates cultural pride in underserved communities, particularly Black, Brown, and African American populations. Through accessible programs and events, we promote mental well being, prevent diet related illnesses, and foster economic empowerment to improve overall community health and well being. So we started as a 1 day event. And let me talk about that real quick. So back in 2018, when we had our first event, funders, your organizations that will offer grants, things like that for you to run your programs, they, the vast majority, would not sponsor what was considered a 1 day event. Now, the name of the event is Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival, and the name of the organization is the same, Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival. This event is our largest fundraiser. We consider it a fundraiser.
Okay.
All right. So organizations like Healthy Start, All Children's Hospital have been financially supportive out the gate. Out the gate. Other organizations like the American Culinary Federation of Tampa Bay, which hosts an array of chefs. I remember walking into the ACF office of Tampa Bay with Boiselle to tell them about this silly idea that we have, because we're not the professional. Excuse me. We're not the professional. We just want to get professionals in the building, just like our guest was telling you about, James Beard Award winners.
Okay.
Um, we want to be a conduit that brings the population that needs to hear this and the professionals who have the knowledge, bring them together in a free format. All right. So that has always been the ideation behind the festival. So after we did our first one, after people showed up and they were like, "You gonna do this again?" Well, I guess so. Let's do it again. And so we built on the things that didn't go well. We learned all the stuff there. We rest and repeat. And all this time, Boiselle and I were working our jobs and we're doing this full time. Publix came on board. We had just finished, if I'm not mistaken, the 2020, the 2020 festival, because that happens in February. Then the pandemic came.
Okay.
Right. So the way that I'm told is the Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival was one of the last events that we were able to do in public before the world shut down. And then for those in this area, it was the first event that folks were able to go out and enjoy after everything has run its course.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that year, I want to say it was 2021,
It was.
we actually had the festival in May. We had it in May. But before we had the festival, I was checking our emails, I was checking our festival emails, and we saw an email from Publix from a guy who he's still our contact person till this day. And he said, pretty much, were you guys thinking about doing that festival, the Collard Green Festival this year? He probably wrote it about February. And so immediately called Boiselle. Hey, hey, guess what? Publix called up. They called us. They wanted to know if we're doing the event. And so we were like, well, we were on the fence, but that kind of solidified it for us. Like, we have to figure something out. We have to have an event. So even if it happens later in the year, we have to have this event. They were coming with money to help. And so that's how they got on board. And then since then they've partnered with our with WP Rowell Farms based in South Carolina. They sell collard greens, and Publix and WP Raw Farms get together and they bring the collard greens down from South Carolina. I think it's the week of it's maybe about 2 or 3 days before the festival. They'll ship them down, and that's how we're able to give away the free collard green giveaway. They give us greens to for us to use as we see fit as well. So that's been a tremendous, wonderful partnership that we've been able to cultivate over the years.
Yeah, I was curious about that, because everybody around there collecting collard greens. They run out. You gotta get there early.
I have never been able to go home with collard greens.
You the organizer of the event.
I know.
You ain't got time.
Listen, I know what to do. I know what to do in moving forward. I'm gonna send my mama.
Yeah, you gotta
send my mama over there and get me some greens.
Yeah,
because I keep missing out.
Yeah, because they get there.
They get there, and the greens be gone. They be gone.
They be in abundance, but the abundance, well, it runs out.
So let me tell you a story. So over the years, we have a Black farmer. His name is Howard Gunn. He was president of the Black Farmers Association in the Ocala area. Very, very knowledgeable farmer, very well connected. Actually, he was part of our first conversation with the festival, now that I recall. I've always been more of a person that will observe. So in our first few years, I just observed and whatnot. But my point is, since the first year, he would always bring these beautiful collards from Ocala, beautiful, big, beautiful bunches, and he would sell them. So the first year we did the collard green giveaway, I remember he had already set up, he'd get ready to sell his greens, but then Publix sets up, and they're getting ready to give away greens, and he's like, how am I supposed to sell these greens if y'all giving away greens? And at first, we were like, dang, we didn't really think this through. And so I felt bad. I was like, oh my God, Mr. Gunn, I'm so sorry. They just wanted to, we didn't really think this through. Look at God. Till this day. So when Publix gave out of greens, guess who had greens? And guess who was willing to buy? He sold out. He still sold out. He has sold out every year in the midst of the collard green giveaway. And so even more people are coming to sell greens. Like, people will sign up as vendors, and they will bring a pickup truck full of collard greens, and they'll wait.
They were like, no.
They'll wait. They'll go
They're gonna run out. Don't worry about it.
They'll go enjoy the festivities.
Yep. Go get something to eat.
Yep. Just pick my feet up.
You say ain't no more collard. I'm glad you say so.
I'm so glad.
I got some right here.
Look around.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it just works out. So yeah. Yeah. Just some of the few challenges that we've kind of gotten through over the years.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So is it just collard greens, or is it you got mustard greens there too?
I think, well, you mean the giveaway, or just folks?
Just for all kinds. It's just all kinds of greens.
People bring greens. They bring fruit, onions. They bring bell peppers. They bring whatever they grow.
Okay.
So it's like a farmer's market.
So they got mustard greens.
They got all that.
Greens, collard greens.
Collard greens. Yep.
I got a good question. You ever thought about duplicating this and maybe quarterly, just calling it something different, like maybe the mustard green festival, the turnip festival, the string bean festival,
the string bean broccoli,
fest. You know what I'm saying? Do something a little different.
You know what's funny? We thought about it,
they got, they got that,
Yeah, we have really thought about that over the years. At first, it was a capacity issue. Because remember, up until I don't think I've shared this here, but I ended up leaving my job. I left my job July of 2024 to do this full time because it had. I mean, it had grown past our capacity. Number one, but stuff was falling through the cracks that were preventable. You know what I'm saying? And we
Mm-hmm.
just and because we didn't have the manpower to operate. Um, yeah. So I had decided as one of the foundational founders of the organization, I was like, well, if anybody's going to lead to build, and if it can't be Hosey, it should be me. And my life eased up. When I first started the event, my kids were younger. My older two were younger. They were still in high school. Now both of them are adults. They're living their lives in school, got the job, cars, stuff like that. Like they're actually getting ready to move out on their own. And then my baby at the time, she's getting ready to go into her senior. She was finishing her junior year, going into her senior year. And I was just like, you know what? If I just become a minimalist, if I just scale back, which I needed to do anyway, if I just become a minimalist and pour more into this organization, we could probably do more. And so we ventured, and now we do it. It's our second year doing a 5K, which I can talk to you a lot more about. We do programs that we have a next gen biz builders program where there's a row of young entrepreneurs who can sell and benefit from that traffic. And not only can they sell and benefit from the traffic, they take a 6-week preparation course, and their 6-week assignment is to event at the festival. They get a $250 stipend to buy marketing equipment, a nice shiny tent you got. They can purchase inventory, they can do whatever they need to do. They can buy payment processing equipment, and then we're going to feature them, because at the end of the day, what good is anything that we do if we don't set the youth up for success? You know, I'm gonna be tired in a while. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to make sure, like even with me passing the baton, I want to make sure that whoever comes behind me is well equipped and ready to move forward. So yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Now you be holding out on me.
Well, this is a new program. Listen,
That's crazy.
so this year, well, last year, 2025 was our first year kicking that off. And so the same funder, partner, the Foundation for Healthy St. Pete, we believe we're going to do another collaboration this year for the kids. Classes start January 11th. So there'll be a link up on tbcgf.org. If you know a young person, 18 and younger, please. We want school age kids who have businesses. My daughter goes to a business high school where these kids legit have businesses and they compete for prizes from other organizations. I'm talking about Southwest, Home Depot, Lowe's. I'm talking about they go in front of ReliaQuest. They go in front of these large corporations to get them ready for the world. And they, like, her group sells body butters. They created a body butter and they sell it. But other groups do clothing. They do all kinds of things. So we want our youth who sell anything. Last year we didn't do food, but we're going to allow them to do food this year. We just have to put certain parameters, in place. But yeah, your kid. We're only taking 20 kids, but yeah, as of Monday, you'll be able to go on the website and click sign your kid up for the program.
Okay.
They have to have the only stipulation is that they have to have a business. This isn't an opportunity where you can start a business. We're working on that.
Okay, so you gotta have.
You already have to have a business that the kid is owns or works.
Yeah, so you gotta be a part of the college squad.
College squad
first. You gotta be a part of the squad first
before y'all gonna see that shirt. I done already told them. I said I don't know who made that shirt, baby, but I love it.
Yeah, I've been saving it.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a perfect opportunity.
College squad.
You wasn't expecting it.
I wasn't.
Where he got concrete shirt from?
I love it.
See, you just don't know what angle we're gonna come from on this podcast. That's one of the slogans on it. You just don't know which way.
I had no clue.
Yep, that's how you gotta do it. You gotta keep the people engaged. Keep you on your toes.
I see.
He's like, you don't got a college squad. No, he
want
did
one of
not.
those. Can you bring me one of those?
He said, you ain't
See how
got enough.
You see how they do?
You know, hey, you know. So let's talk about some of these pictures on here. We got.
Oh, so this picture here, this was the year of the pandemic. You see 2021?
Yeah.
So this was also the first year that ACF, American Culinary Federation of Tampa Bay, launched. They have a high school recipe contest that is extended to all students in Hillsborough and Pinellas County, and they compete at a state of the art kitchen um, to win first, second. Well, all of them are winners, but first place they get to debut their winning recipe at the Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival. And that year she made collard green cupcakes, which were actually delicious. We had somebody do. We had a student do collard green deviled eggs. We had collard green gumbo. We had somebody stuffed collard greens in ravioli and did like a lobster sauce. Like I'm talking about this, like the kitchen that they cook in, top tier kitchen. This is Eduardo Jordan at our very first um inaugural. That sign back there, there's a sign in the back, and if you blow it up a little bit, it says the inaugural Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival 2018. That's in back of the Woodson. And that was him. So our chefs who come in, we asked that they do a food demonstration. And I think I wasn't able to. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I wasn't able to participate. But yeah, that's footage from that event. What else we got? That's a picture of him right there. Eduardo from St. Pete, Florida. What's up, Ed? I hope all is well. We're getting ready to go into our 10th year next year. And so we're thinking about bringing back all of them. So we're just, so it'll be 10 years in 2027.
10th annual. So that one you gotta bring everybody.
Listen. We can, yes, that's a big deal. And those are my friends. Hi Tiff, hi LaDonna. That's us at the event there. I always try to take a picture with my friends. You're gonna click that one right there. Let's see who else we got. This is Adrian Miller, another James Beard Award winner. He's an attorney. Adrian is he's a certified barbecue, I don't know, certified barbecue something. Like he's certified. He's also known as the soul food scholar. This man, the president's kitchen cabinet, he talks about all the black chefs who has cooked for presidents. He has a book called The Black Smoke. We did a presentation for him there. Very, very knowledgeable man. And that's the access. We want to make everything that we do accessible. As you know, the festival is free to attend. You just got to, if you see something that a vendor got, you got to pay for it. But other than that, to attend and partake is free.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. What else we got? Oh, that's my book writing.
That's your book writing. Yes. We're going. What else we got here?
That's Miss Gabrielle Etienne. Fabulous. I believe she was the year after. She was the year right after the pandemic. I believe she's from South Carolina. She is her title is very interesting. I forgot what I text you, but she's into food, sourcing food responsibly. I believe I want to say she's a vegan, but she was just a joy to have. We had her. We did 2 presentations for her when she came in town.
She's a cultural worker, chef, artist.
Yeah, you heard that?
Hold on. I'll come back to
Okay.
y'all. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
She is a cultural worker, chef, and artist.
Yes, she is. Everything she said she is. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
There you go. So you also do. So if I find out you do some other stuff in the community too. So you like to write books.
Yeah.
You know, what kind of books do you like to write? You know, we're gonna pull that up right now.
Okay.
You like to write books. So
I love to write. First of all, I believe that everybody has a story. Like everybody got a collard green story. Everybody has a story. I'm big on people being able to share their experience. You know, as long as it's not, I have a line. I draw a line at. There's a difference between truth, even if it's filled with a level of hate, like our lived experience. It's truth, but it's filled with hate. You get what I'm saying? Let's talk about that. But just hate, I don't condone that. Like, you got to take that up to God. I don't know. But most of my clients are either incarcerated, just left incarceration, or or just folks who I meet around the way. Because everybody has a beautiful story. And so the types of books that I wrote that self-help book right there with Jason. I think the screen was up. Shout out to Jason Bryant. We were actually went to high school together. But we co-wrote this book. I did a six, I want to say it was a 90-day book writing program. And that's the book that we ended up co-writing together. Think, Plan, Prevail, How to Overcome Opposition. Our storylines as far as coming up in the city are very similar. We were faced with sets of challenges, like many of us listening to this podcast today. And we realized that the biggest section in this book is think. When you can reorganize the way that you think, and even looking at the let me show you this right quick.
Okay.
Even looking at the chapters. Oh. Think about it. Getting out of the red, positive thinking, negative thinking, how to change your thinking, the box, that's an exercise. Once you get through how you think, you can plan and you can prevail.
Oh,
so we just put it in the book for you.
I felt like a little kid just now.
It's all me too.
Okay.
No, it's all good.
I feel like I was being helped with my homework. That's okay.
It's all.
I like that though.
Yeah.
This is right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
you said this is mine.
That's yours. Like, hold
on. That's what she's saying here. Okay. She said, "So appreciative of the opportunity. Continue to be great. Love, Samantha." I appreciate that.
Welcome.
I appreciate you looking out.
Absolutely.
Looking out for the kids.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
But this is I like
that's the best part about writing. You get to leave little notes.
There you go.
In your books. But my very first book was called, I think you got a picture of it here too, the one with me and my kids. I was at a book signing.
I'm gonna go all the way back now.
Yeah. This book kind of set off the whole publishing journey for me. It was my first book called Whosoever, Chosen in Christ from the Foundation of the World. And it is basically John 3:16, broke it up into 9 different chapters. So, for God is chapter 1, so loved is chapter 2, the world. So the way the Holy Spirit revealed it to me, I reveal it to others. It's not, I add some lived experiences in there, but it's really a study guide. It's the Greek and Hebrew. It's the original meanings of these words, not the English meaning.
Yep.
It's like when the Bible was written, what did these words mean out of that language? And it's just a labor of love. I published that in 2019, and I'm actually going to republish it in March.
Okay.
An expanded version in March, and it's really my podcast ministry, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you publish this one? This one's 2019.
That one too. Yeah, I believe. Yeah,
they both was at the same year.
Yeah, the first one was December 18. That was the very next year.
Yep. The next one.
Yep. And then out of these books came First Book Club Publishing, my publishing company that has helped maybe about 25 people write books so far. I won a grant opportunity through the city of St. Pete to help another 20. So we'll be helping others. So if you want to get across the line writing your book, we can help you with that. And I also have a program. It's called my Writer's Block program.
She been holding out.
I got a Writer's Block program. So if you got a book in your heart,
I got one. But you know what? Let me tell you something. She holding out on the community. She been holding out. She been having secrets. I've been having conversations with her now.
But that's why we here. First day.
She dumping it all out
right now.
Okay.
Because it's time to come. It's time to move forward, and I appreciate that. But it's a 30-day writer's block program. So if it's in your heart, it's in your head. How do I write it? I don't know what to do. Blah 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 blah. I got you.
How much you cost?
Well,
here we go.
No.
Wait, she's like, well,
what happened was
I'm gonna have to talk to you about that.
I can't poke the price because it's not the same for everybody. No, I'm just joking. So because of this grant opportunity through the city of St. Petersburg, it's actually to get it written because you're writing it. I'm not writing it, but I will share the knowledge, and it is free $99.
This is what we do on January 1st, 2026. We're going to bring the resources to you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one of the main purposes of the podcast. Yeah. Even though you've been holding out, but it's okay. You ain't holding out today. This is
I see. But yeah, for you to write, I will teach you how to write it yourself. Now, that's where we stop as far as the free 99, because the hardest part, what you see here, this outside, this is the easiest part. This is where the work is. Yeah. What are you saying? What are you going to say? Does it make sense? Is it, are there spelling errors? Is it grammatically correct? Is it formatted correctly? Do you know what I'm saying? All that other stuff is easy. You get that manuscript done, your book is basically done. Your book is basically done once you got your manuscript. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lavette said, congratulations on your journey this far. She laughed a free 99.
Free 99.
So, that's pretty funny. Usually my comments pop up, but sometimes, it'll be acting crazy. It's supposed to pop up right here, but
it was acting up earlier. We were trying to get set up.
It's all good. Just to look better, they can read our search. I had to take that. Okay. Wanted to take the block down, but this is like that. Okay. We working that out.
Yeah. So I didn't know you is a writer. I didn't know you are a writer.
Really? I'm an avid reader, writer.
Awesome.
I do a lot of things. I'm a fine artist. Right. I can draw and all that other stuff. Mm-mm. I'm a designer.
That's fair. Okay. Now that I
actually just drew out my designs.
The designs that you showed us.
Yeah, I drew that. I drew that out too.
Like
physically drew it out, pen and paper. Wow. I'll send it to you when I get to the crib.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I drew everything out,
That's what's up. Everybody ain't able. I can't draw. I can write. Yeah. What I see in here and how it look when I draw, two separate things.
Yeah.
The connection is missed.
Lavette asks, are you still accepting vendors for the Collard Green Festival?
Absolutely. You can go to TBCGF for Tampabaycollardgreenfestival.org. It should be it should be a link to the top right-hand side where you can sign up. We would love to have you vend with us. It's a great experience. My only suggestion is that you don't vend alone. You bring a buddy. So you can take a break and you can go enjoy the festivities. Okay, that's the only thing, and we're probably gonna put that on the site. Just you can vend how you want to vend, but we're just telling you, if you care to enjoy, to walk around a little bit, stretch your legs, enjoy what's going on, bring somebody who can take over for you. We're so excited about the festival this year. Do you can you put this?
You want the flyer back up there? Okay, I got you.
Because let's show the people. This is the Valentine's Day edition.
Oh, it's from 9 to 4.
9 to 4. So every year we have fun with our logo, right? So we got the one giving his girl calling some flowers. We got to keep it right there. But we're in the family zone this year. There's going to be a petting zoo and pony rides.
She said there's going to be a petting zoo. Okay, let's come back. Okay, she said it's going to be a petting zoo and
pony rides.
Where y'all get them horses from?
Where she come from? Somewhere not too far. She's not coming too far. I want to say Riverview. I could be wrong, but somewhere out in that area. Yeah, all day, man.
You got it from the wild, or is somebody?
No, it's just a business. That's what she do. She set up petting zoos and pony rides. Yeah, and then we're gonna have STEM activities for the kids in the family zone. Of course, we're getting ready to announce our 2026 entertainment headliner. We're so excited, super excited about that. Let's see what we got. We have Chef Lakeisha Harris with ACF of Tampa Bay. She's coming down from Muskegon, Illinois. Mm-hmm. She's a highly decorated chef. She's going to take over our taste tent. So throughout the day, you can enjoy a food demo plus a tasting that goes on behind the Woodson Museum. We've done that every year. So we're just getting better at not only advertising, but sharing what actually happens at this event so that folks can say, so at this time I can go and you can kind of plan your day instead of it being just all willy-nilly. You get what I'm saying? And that's one of the benefits of us growing the organization and having that capacity to do that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
We're also anticipating great growth this year because of our collaboration with the. Well, this was has always been a city co-sponsored event, right? But the festival also has another opportunity with the city of St. Pete to help them plan their MLK parade. So we're the official event planners of the 2026, 7, and at least 8, what is now called the St. Pete MLK parade. And so we, when we took on the request for proposal, when we were serious about submitting it, we were like, okay, so the biggest event, like before the festival in our minds, was the MLK parade. Like, come on. Like, I remember going as a kid, you got your hair done, you got your nails done, you get some clothes, and you
Mm-hmm.
was at that parade. You was at the Battle of the Bands, and then you went to the parade
Mm-hmm.
every year, like clockwork, And then as the festival, continued growing, when we wrote our proposal, okay, so we got these two um, elevated Black events, and we want to celebrate them both. So both are bringing attention to the other. So the festival is bringing attention to our reach with the festival is bringing attention to the MLK parade, and being at the MLK parade is bringing attention to the Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival. We are advertising specifically in the cities of Miami, Jacksonville, Orlando, Atlanta, and in this area as well. And that's through billboards, television, and radio. So we're just, yeah, it's just, So there's a lot of moving parts. I'm gonna tell y'all something about
Hmm.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna tell you something about going for your dreams. No one has laughed. No one has laughed as hard as Boyzell and I laughed when we realized we were going to name this the Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival. We're like, what in the heck are you going to do at it? What is a Collard Green Festival? And we laughed for the next 15 minutes. We just sat there like, this is so silly. Like, no one's going to come. Like, this is crazy. Right? But look at us today. You get what I'm saying? There were times when people believed. There were many more times when people just wanted to look to see what it was going to look like. And then there was people who was like, this is chitlin circuit stuff. This is ridiculous. I will not participate. We've had all of that. And had we listened to or hung our hats on any of those groups, we would not be where we are today. So I'm just going to tell you, from my vantage point, whatever is in your heart, especially if God gave it to you to do it. And sometimes you got to do it. There's a pair of headphones right here. I just want to put them on because sometimes it's what you got to do. You got to put them headphones on, and you got to keep doing the work. So that's all. I just want to encourage you that whatever it is that you do, no matter how silly, if you don't worry about the money, focus on the relationship. That's what I want to say. Don't worry about the money. Focus on relationship building. Some relationships are gonna grow and work out. Other relationships are going to reach their end, and it's for the benefit of both parties. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make one party better than the other. It's just that it was just the end of the road of that relationship. All right? And you go in different directions. Relationships are your currency. That's why that's why I believe we've seen the success that we've seen with this event. Relationship building. When we're wrong, listen, this year I can't even tell you how many phone calls I had to make before the festival because stuff fell through the cracks. Some of it was not our fault, but it doesn't matter. Like, we switched from GoDaddy to Google Workspace, and folks stopped receiving emails because when you use Google Workspace, a lot of times, like if it's a government agency, school, or anything like that, it was automatically blocked. So I want to say at least 35 to 40% of the people did not get an email, and I had to get on the phone and go through my list and call everybody and let them know. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, that's what it took to cultivate the relationship. You get what I'm saying? And then I told them we're going to do better. And so now moving forward, if you signed up to be a vendor and you haven't gotten a phone call, let me know because we're reaching out to all of our vendors to at least to follow up with you and to also communicate with you via email. So if you have not heard from us, just reach out to TBCGF. Contact us at tbcgf.org and let us know. Now that's for people who have signed up as of December 1st. If you haven't heard from us, please let us know.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Processing that. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So you done gave out the closing remarks. I was going to ask you that, but you already gave the closing remarks.
Listen, I just felt the Lord leading me.
That's okay. I didn't interrupt you. I'll let you do your thing.
I just felt the Lord like, just tell the people. Tell the people what the most important currency in this relationship. We cannot, whatever it is we do. Are you doing your venture alone? Like in the grand scheme of things?
No. Well, no. I got my brand ambassadors, and then I got my models helping me with my clothing brand specifically. But the podcast, I do it specifically by myself.
And that's fair.
Yeah. So we looking for the strategic right relationships in this GC,
I know,
and
that's
partnerships and collaborations and things. Collaborations definitely takes your business to the next level. And I would say, to piggyback off of what she said, is about the relationships, making sure that you're easy to work with, making sure your communication is good, you're impeccable about what you say and do, everything add up, making sure your ducks are in a row, making sure that you're on top of everything, and making sure you're giving people your best, doing things with excellence, and maintaining your reputation. And that main thing is, I would say that because I've seen so many people in the community maybe have good ideas, but they got bad character. And then your character could, close doors on you permanently. When you disrespect people, sometimes you just don't know who they know.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's a good one.
Man, you just don't know who they know. Because I've seen this.
Yeah.
Well, it's a whole nother story,
I'm
but
telling you,
it's happened. I've seen this happen in the community, and there has been conversations that have been brought to me about certain situations and stuff like that. And that it's not a good thing when I say, like, when people do certain things. And because sometimes what happens is, when you have those type of things happen simultaneously, like, say if this person is doing something, do bad business over here, and then they do bad business over here, then somehow it'll align, and they'll have a conversation. It'll come up in conversation. Oh, this person did that to me too. And it just starts to spread. And bad stuff spread faster than the good stuff.
Let it take off.
It just, you just want to make sure that you're doing right by yourself. Having yourself with integrity at all times, even when people are not looking. People are looking. And just being consistent and being on time about what you say and do.
Come on, businessman.
Gotta be on top of this thing. We in 2026.
It's 2026. It's the first great day. First great night.
This is first night. We bringing the word to you at the first night.
Yes. If you missed Night Watch last night,
this is Night Watch service part 2. This is part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2. We got you.
Yes. That's funny.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so I enjoyed this. This has been a great, phenomenal interview. Maybe if you got some time, we could do maybe another one before the event.
I tell you what, because it's so many elements. Just yes. The short answer is very much yes. We have a campaign called the 45 Days of Excellence. So from now until February 14th, it's 45 days. For the next 45 days, you're going to hear about the St. Pete MLK Parade. You're going to hear about the I Love Collard Greens 5K Fitness Extravaganza at Lake Vista Park on Sunday, February 1st, which is a free race. You're going to hear about the Collards After Dark fundraiser. And you're going to hear about the
Collards After Dark
fundraiser. Since year one, don't play with us. Don't play with us. Collards After Dark fundraiser. Listen. Anyways, so and then the Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival. You're going to hear about community organizations in this community that won the St. Petersburg community grants. and what they're doing. You're going to learn about folks who we are elevating in this community who have trailblazed for others like us to come behind. I'm talking about the first Black professor at Stetson University. We're talking about Mr. Jet Jackson and his contributions in the community. We're talking about so many people. We have, I think, at least 10 people who we're gonna honor throughout these next 45 days. So at any point, friend, yeah.
Okay.
And we talk about Colors After Dark because I see.
Because I'm not. You guys just try to skip over that, like you ain't just say you just eased it in here. We got College After Dark. Then we got a 5K. We got this. I'm like, what whole time? College. So what is college? That's gonna be for the next. We're gonna do part 2. Okay.
Colors After Dark.
Colors After Dark. So yeah, we're gonna cover some more stuff. We definitely gonna do a part 2 because we have to.
It's so much.
We're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
We're gonna figure it out.
Okay.
So we got 6 weeks into the event.
Yeah, we got 6 weeks. Good Lord, really? Yeah.
Yeah. So tell everybody how to reach you, and then we're gonna close out.
All right. You can reach us. You can see this here, tbcgf.org. Oh, that'll work too. You already had that in now. You can go to tbcgf.org. You can email us at contact@tbcgf.org. You can call us at 1-877-29-TBCGF. Or you can, if you want to know more about the St. Pete MLK Parade, you can go to ST for Saint, not spelled out, STPETEMLK parade.com.
Okay.
And if you can't reach me that way, well, maybe I don't want to be found. I'm just joking. But you'll be able to reach us. You'll be able to reach us.
Yeah, I'll reach out to her. You know, if you can't, let me know. I know how to reach out. You'll
reach us.
I know how to reach the community, so it's no big deal. Let me know. You need to find her. Yeah. So, again, we appreciate your time. I want to close it out with this. Stay consistent, stay blessed, stay humble about anything that you do. Make sure you do partnerships and collaborations in the community to grow your business, because you just never know who you're talking to. You may be one conversation away from taking your vision and brand to the next level.
Oh, I know that is true.
So with that being said, I'm going to close out with my famous quote. I don't know if you heard it before. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I ain't gonna save it for the next podcast, because that College After Dark that's did something to me.
It's gonna be a time.
Yeah.
We gonna.
Yeah. So once you discover how unique you are, you begin to change the world around you.
Wow. Was that gonna be in the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's already on. It's on the tag. It's on the tag. The shirt I gave you. It's right there. I got you.
Okay.
So with that being said, Happy New Year to everybody. This has been a great live. We're gonna do a part 2. Next week, we're gonna have another phenomenal guest. We're gonna, you just don't know what angle we coming from. It's also gonna be about St. Petersburg, Florida. We are doing some great things. Make sure you follow Samantha_Wrights is her Instagram. Make sure you follow the Tampa Bay Collard Green Festival on all the social media platforms, and make sure you check out the Royal Blossom Company. Got some great deals. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Royal Blossom Company on YouTube and on Rumble. We'll talk to you soon. Collard Greens, the college squad,
Yeah, it'll be on sale at the festival.
You're gonna be on sale. You're gonna create.
It's gonna be done.
You jealous?
No, I listen.
Okay, yeah,
I don't hate. I collaborate.
I thought you was a little jealous.
No.
Yeah, because you was real concerned. Because you was concerned where I got this.
I was like, why don't I was concerned because I ain't have one. That was the concern.
Where you get a college shirt from?
Okay.
Yeah, I had to be consistent. I was thought about wearing the gray old school, the one from 3 years ago, but this one just had to stick out a little bit more.
It did.
Got your attention. Gonna get you one. I do not remember who the person was either, but they probably be out there.
We both gonna be selling them.
Sweet. With that being said, we gotta figure it out sometimes, That is what it is.
Can't beat them, join them. That's all that is.
Can't beat them.
Can't beat them, join them. Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point. But it's you funny. Yeah. Who else they say? Yeah, everybody. Levette said she did it before and it was amazing.
Awesome. Thank you, Levette.
Yeah. Marie said great live.
Thank
Love.
you, Marie.
Yeah. So we cooking. We gotta do this again.
Okay.
We're gonna do this again before the Collard Green Festival. You gotta let me know.
I'm gonna bring an Instapot.
Yeah, we're gonna
vegan greens.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Cabbage or no cabbage?
Yeah, I like cabbage. Yeah, please put that in there. And the first topic is college after dark.
Okay.
That's the first topic. We're gonna get this out of the way now.
Okay.
That's gonna be the first question. Why are you fixing me some collard greens? So how did you come up with that? We're gonna save it. I'm gonna make sure.
I might have to bring my co-host, my co-founder partner, because that was his idea. He said colors after dark. I said what?
Yeah, we're gonna bring him on too. Okay, that'll work.
Okay.
Okay, you want me? I'm gonna wear my other. See, then I'm gonna switch up my shirt because I might wear this again. I might wear this. I'm gonna wear this shirt again. I'm gonna wear this shirt again because the college squad.
I got something for you with this next interview.
So then we gotta change the lighting because it's after dark.
That's right.
We gotta have some. We gotta have some LEDs in here now.
That event is well attended. You know what I'm saying? So, and we gonna elevate.
And you ain't even okay. We gonna get off because she ain't tell me about it. You know what? Y'all have a good night. Take care of y'all.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. First of the year. Thursday Night with Pineapple was a great show. We'll talk soon. See you next week at 7:30.